This is Professor L.B.Gayakawad's English Literature Web YouTube channel. I myself, Professor L.B.Gayakawad, who is talking today on the topic of stages of speeches. This is my lecture 287 and part 2nd. Speech is human vocal communication that is spoken with language. Every language has vowels and consonants. These vowels and consonants make words and phrases. These words and phrases make sentences, and sentences make language. Thus we speak, that is, we give speech with the help of the language. Man decorates his speech with grammar, phonology, morphology, syntax, and semantics. Remember here, when the question of the speech comes, man uses the grammar. We know there are many types of tenses and other types of the grammar. The man uses all these types in his lecture and makes that lecture very decorative and grammatical. Then there is the use of the phonology, which is used by this man to pronounce the words there. That's why the use of pronunciation very nicely the man does in his speech. Then morphology is there, that it is the study of morphemes. It means it is the study of words and then the suffixes and prefixes. The suffixes and prefixes make the words, and that is called the word formation. So this man uses the word formation, that is the morphology also there. Syntax and semantics. Syntax means he looks the particular structure of the sentence. It means that he talks about the subject, verb, object and complement while talking. He never disturbs that structure of the sentence. Then semantics he uses. Semantics means he talks always as for the meaning of the sentence. He talks the meaning. He does not leave the meaning there. Naturally, a child learns language with the family members by listening and imitating. Language therapists suggest the speech stages of language as follows. The first stage is the period of 3 months from the birth. We should provide here the child with listening and attention with a loud voice. We should make the child familiar with sound knowing. For example, parents' voices means here the parents talk with the child and the child learns, knows, understands those voices and learns to speak easily or gradually the language. These parents' voices calm the child. It means that when these parents talk to the child, if is crying, the child stops crying here. It means we will say that the parents' voices are very easy for making the child silent. The child learns language with cooing, that is a murmuring sound, and gurgling, that is a sound like a liquid boiling. All these sounds also help the child learn language. The child learns language gazing at faces and copying the face movements. Remember, the child learns the language when it gazes at faces, means looks at faces, and copies the movements of the faces. The parents stick out tongue, that is, they show the tongue to speak with the child. It means that the habit of the parent is showing the tongue towards the child, and the child looks at the tongue and learns that language. Here, the child takes a long period to give us a response. Now, the second stage is the stage of 3 to 6 months. Here the child learns the art of listening and attention. The child watches faces and shows excitement when we talk with it. The child attracts us making vocal noises. Next, it babbles while playing. That is, the child talks continuously here. Now the child learns emotions and responds with smiling and laughing. Now the next stage of the child is the stage of 6 to 12 months. Now the child learns sounds accurately, understands words, stops itself when we pronounce its name, understands simple gestures given by parents' voices. Here the child talks Papa, Mama, Go Go, etc. and enjoys the rhymes and songs provided by us. Then the next stage is about the stage of 12 to 15 months. Here in this stage, the child learns music, toys, sounds, and more words. The child wants here to be in someone's company. Remember, here the child wants that someone should come in the company of it. The next stage is the stage of 15 to 18 months. This stage makes the child to put on shoes as per the instructions given by the parents. Remember, here the parents give the child the instructions and then the child puts on shoes. Here, that is the point. The next stage is the stage of 18 months to 2 years. In this stage, the child brings itself to follow instructions like drink water. Means here the instructions are given to the child and the child follows those instructions here. And the child drinks water. It means that the child learns language with such steps. Now the seventh stage is the stage of 2 to 3 years. In this stage, the child learns talking with interest, but it is distracted and goes into the second activity. Means the child has here the whimsicality, means the child is not able to pay attention properly to the say of the persons or parents or relatives, and that's why the situation distracts the child. The child knows phrases and includes in our conversation. It holds conversation, means the child holds conversation but jumps from a topic to a topic and knows emotions. And the eighth stage is the stage of 3 to 4 years. In this stage, the child listens to the stories and knows bring your pain and bring the pain. It means that when we give the child the instruction about bringing the pain or bringing shoes, the child does those actions by understanding that language. The child uses here the past and future tense grammatically. Now, the last stage is the stage of 4 to 5 years. Here in this stage, the child understands the instructions always given by the parents or given by relatives or friends. The child knows here adjectives, then jokes, and speaks sentences well formed. For example, the sentence is, I played with Jock. Means remember, when the child comes from playing, the child says, I played with Jack. So here it is the situation that the child learns language easily or gradually, naturally. The child talks here clearly with friends and finds them out to play with them. Means the child goes to play with the children also. Here today we have finished the topic, the stages of speeches. My lecture is 287 and part 2nd. Now again we will be in front of each other with a new topic. Till then, thank you. Thank you very much.